He's not in here. Get out. We're doing that.
Okay, so step 1: choose a chairperson who will lead the discussion. We're all on chairs, so that's sorted.
Yeah.
Make sure every band member contributes to the discussion. Everyone has something to say, and try to use examples when answering. Okay, how well do you feel the rehearsals went?
Yeah, I think it went well.
Mm-hmm.
We certainly had our roles within each part.
Yeah, really good.
I think we were definitely very productive with them. Sometimes it felt, definitely at the early stages, you know, our first rehearsal was high energy, just very good, got what we needed done very quickly. And sometimes the rehearsals went a bit like mild, and that's bound to happen. It's just kind of how you solve that. And I think we pushed forward and we got some good quality professional rehearsals down. Anything to add?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the rehearsals went really well. I think we worked really well together, and especially when we were composing our own music, we kind of just all picked up on the vibes that we were, like the sort of thing that we were trying to do, and it kind of all fit together nicely, so.
Sweet. All right. What skills were shown by the band members during the rehearsals? Musical skills as well as communication, timekeeping, organisation. I believe that we did have we had a structure. We would write down definitely later things when we had lots to do. We would write down like, let's work on like the feeling good song, and then film songs and all of that. So I think it was good. We definitely did structure, and that made them easier, and they worked better.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
Teamwork and
That's good. Yeah.
communicating like musically,
Yes.
knowing when to like the cues and basically.
Mm-hmm. So anything that went particularly well in rehearsals, I think it's we managed to get a lot done. If we'd ever need something to do, we'd just like jump on our instruments and be able to do it.
Yeah.
I think when we were first coming up with our themes, like just having a jam before, it really sparked up some ideas,
Yeah,
and that went well.
I think also something we did in our first rehearsal that kind of was a really good thing to get us started was we like had like a we got to know each other first, so we all like stood around and told each other our favorite like genres, like what we play and what we were interested in, and then that kind of put it in our heads so that we could maybe consider later on when we were this is before we were working on the music, so that when we were working on the music that we could make sure that everyone's things, like the things they liked, maybe elements of their favourite genre or favourite artist could be included in it to make it enjoyable for everyone.
That's good.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Broke any ice, and there was like we all knew each other already, but you know, it got us high energy. I think that's why the first rehearsal went so well. That's definitely something I'm going to take into rehearsals. You know, just that good energy, that all of that. So yeah, very well done. How could we have improved rehearsals? What could have gone better? I think definitely the time planning. So we had like lots of days, lots of time to work on our song and our first film. However, we kind of left the last film for last minute. And we all kind of we had this kind of stress hanging over us for a bit, and we didn't know what to do. I think we worked really well, as in we picked a song quickly when we did come to it, and we managed to learn that, and we all did very well. But yeah, we should have looked at that a bit earlier. I think, however, we did manage to do that well though.
Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Being quick with that. Anything else?
Like Misha said, last minute. This song actually, I think that's really great. Like the
Yeah.
what's it called? Hungry Like a Wolf.
Honey,
Yeah.
Hungry
Yeah.
Like the Wolf.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually tried, even though like it was last minute, it still came out very well.
Yeah. So they're very proud of everyone for that.
Yeah.
That's what went well, is that we chose the song quickly and learned it quickly and played it. We were very fast on that, but we shouldn't have left it too late. What were the soundtracks that you created? How did you approach writing them as a group?
Well, I mean, we just kind of named them all for the scene that they were in. So we had like the detective theme, the bartender theme, and then love interest. I think the way we wrote them was literally just through like jamming out. Like Misha
Yeah.
would like sometimes play a bass line, and then I would come up with something over the top of it. Or
Yeah.
for the bartender theme, I just started playing a chord sequence, and Misha liked it, so I wrote a bass line over it, and it basically just kind of works like that. And if there's something that we played and we didn't think it was working out, because we had a few like ideas for things that we tried out and we didn't end up going through with them, but it was never a thing of like, oh, that's rubbish or anything. We just kind of like knew when it was and wasn't right.
We had and we had a good conversation about them before, so kind of vibes that we wanted and things like that. I think they were all good pieces of music. Like they all had the vibe that we wanted to fit the scene, and so I think that was good. So we just had that kind of emotion in mind, that feel, and then we just jammed about with it. And I think we're all great musicians to be able to do that. So I think that went very well. The only thing is, I know that I didn't have any experience like writing for a video, so that was one thing that struggled with. But we definitely overcame that. So the writing whole process was very nice. Okay, what went well with soundtrack pieces? I think we definitely caught the vibe that we wanted to, especially with like the love interest one. It's exactly what you'd imagine watching a film with something like that in it. So yeah, anything to add? What did you like? Went well.
I really like love interest.
That's the
Basically,
favourite.
I think that was our best one.
Hit the
out of
nail
all
on
of
the
them.
head with that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What could have gone better with your soundtrack pieces? I, for one, think that it's really hard to plan, like having the film first, plan like lengths and times. We could have done a bit more work on that.
Yeah.
But I think playing it live, it all went swimmingly, all smooth, so that's all right.
Yeah, I agree. I think the bartender theme, I was a bit nervous about that, just because it kind of all flowed into one thing. So it was like the bartender theme and the like drunk man theme and the argument all in one piece.
Yeah.
And that like it's one chord with like the root note changing basically. So like it I didn't want it to feel repetitive, which I don't think it did, to be fair. I think we were, by just watching the film on the day, that we were able to kind of feel when we needed to quiet down and when we needed to bring it up.
Yeah.
And so that, I think we do have good dynamics, and that had that played an important part in it. But yeah, that was one thing that I think maybe we could have done a bit better with, kind of like what Misha said, just to make sure we know exactly when, because if it was a situation where we can't turn around and look at the screen, I don't know how well it would have gone.
Yeah, that's true. I think, we did have that just good communication on stage, although we weren't like shouting at each other, pointing at cues and things. We just felt it together. I think that was good. Well, yeah, what could have gone better was just the planning, but with more time and with the experience that we have, I think we'd smash that next time.
Yeah.
So the performance itself, what went well in the performance?
We got a lot of people clapping.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of people liked
Good
us.
reaction.
We had really good stage presence as well, I think,
Yeah.
anyway.
That
We
was
were
really
all-
sweet, very comfortable.
Yeah, like I watched back the video, a couple of videos that my mum took of us, and we were just all having a great time, and I think that kind of brought the energy of the music to life even more. I think that happens with everything really. If people look bored while they're playing the instrument, then it doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, people dancing about, walking around, really feeling it.
Mm.
Although we weren't supposed to be what you were looking at, we were still having fun with it.
Yeah, it's almost like it was less for the audience and more for us
Yeah.
to kind of get the nerves gone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was really sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that went well. The audience reaction was really great. In the love interest scene, we got like a great laugh
Yep.
from the audience.
Yep.
They absolutely loved it.
Yeah, with that opening line, because it's such a famous lick for like, cheesy romance, it got a lot of people excited about it. So.
It was funny. The film was funny, but I think we only enhanced that. We only made the laugh bigger, and that's why we stuck out.
Yeah.
What could have gone better in your performance?
Um,
I think we pretty much smashed it, but
Basically, we were looking at the film
Oh yeah.
instead of us look at the audience.
Mhm.
I got that from my dad. We're supposed to look straight at the audience, not the film.
That is true. Yeah. I think if we had, that comes from like preparing the music. If we all knew exact timings and like seconds, pauses, like and bars, different timings, yeah, I think we wouldn't have had to. But because we didn't really plan that, but so we can do that next time.
Yeah, and also we couldn't hear the actual dialogue
That's
of the
true.
film. We could hear it really, really faintly, but when you watch back, the audience can hear it so loud. I think if we had been able to hear that more, we would have had more of an idea without looking at the screen where we were in the film.
Yeah.
I thought we were actually shouting like.
Mm.
I thought because I couldn't hear it faintly until it was like that bartender scene. That
Yes,
was when I could hear it.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Mm.
Yeah, like with anything, if you're anytime you're on stage, whether that's playing music or like acting, you never want to like to.
It's still going. It's still going. It's still going.
You never want to turn around. You never want to be like looking out. So there's that.
Very good.
Okay, yeah. What could have gone better? That was we've done that one. All right. Next steps. What if you were to do this project again? What would you change?
The time.
Yeah, timing.
The timing, our independence of the video, and so on.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah, I think
Know the cues. Like
cues.
Yeah.
mentally, just have it in your head.
Mm.
This is happening.
Just a lot more preparation. I think we were on the right track. We just didn't have a lot of time. We did make use of our time, but with just harder doing what we did, but just doubling it, double checking, and more rehearsals. I think we would have done as well. If not even better. Any feedback on the project? How to improve it? I think it was a really great project. It was really fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how far are we into the term now?
This is the second half term, so we'll be
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
full term at some point.
It did feel like we didn't have a lot of time, but I think everyone managed to do everyone managed to complete it. No one was like had any less material. Like we all managed to complete it. It's just for us, we rushed like the last bit. We still did very well, but I think the project itself was really fun.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed the project.
It's a good one.
It was good. The first project, the contemporary performance, was really good. But like, I loved that because I love playing and
We were used
gigging
to
and
that.
yeah. But that's what I'm gonna say. We were used to it, which obviously not everyone is. But I like that this project was something I hadn't done before,
That's true.
and it was still an opportunity to obviously play in a band to a bunch of people, which I love. But I liked that it was like really different context, especially because people were watching the film and not watching us, which I think in some ways took some pressure off of us, and in other ways put some pressure on us, because if people were just listening to the music while watching the film, I feel like it's easier to make mistakes that
Yeah.
way, and for people to notice if something doesn't fit.
Mm.
But I really enjoyed the project. Yeah, I've always wanted to be in a pit band, so.
Yeah, I think it's very great, like having different job
Experiences.
experiences. Yeah, different job like roles and things. In the industry, you're not always just going to be playing on stage things that we're used to. And if we were just doing like different gigs over and over, that'd be pretty boring. Just learning songs and playing them. Having different like scenarios and being different jobs, really fun. So I liked that they came up with that. But, yeah. Great. Well, that was the analysis over. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.